What's good, my friends? We are back with yet another video. What's good? Hey, everybody, I am Cody there. If you haven't been here before, you definitely should join us more often if you're into the NFL content kind of stuff. I know, probably not the prettiest looking thing you've ever seen in your life, but we try. We try. My name is Cody Lear. You should like, you should comment, you should subscribe, you should join us more often. We're here. We love you. Lie. Okay, let's get into this. This is a review of week 11 of the NFL season. I don't think we had any massive upsets, if I can remember correctly. I guess we'll dive into that when we get into it. I know we had some pretty good games. The last night's game was just absolutely rough. Sunday night's football game was also very boring, but Atlanta and Carolina put on a performance, so that was fun to watch. Yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with Thursday night football, we had the New Jersey Jets, or I'm sorry, the New York Jets, take on the New England Patriots. Yeah. So, this game started off really good for the Jets. Started as a 7-0 lead. Actually, they left the first quarter with the lead, which I was absolutely surprised by. But then the Patriots started pulling away. Travion Henderson, touchdown. Travion Henderson, touchdown. Drake May pass to Travion Henderson, touchdown. Yeah, it was 21-7. Obviously, Justin Fields, he got himself a touchdown. I believe it was to John Mechie, and got it back to 14-21. But from there, that was it. Two more field goals, and the Patriots went on to win 27-14. Drake May looked absolutely impressive, which of course he did. Justin Fields has unfortunately been benched for Tyrod Taylor, which is unfortunate, but I guess we will see how that goes going forward for them. Yeah, the Patriots are still leading their division 9-2, which we'll talk to Buffalo later on. Absolutely fun game from them as well. I was kind of surprised, but really I didn't expect much in this regard. I didn't think the Jets would be able to hold on. They played a closer game than I thought they would, so I'll give them that. Now we head over to, I believe it was Madrid. I believe we were in Spain, and it was Spain without the S for this game. The Dolphins were the home team to the Washington Commanders. Washington took on Miami and Madrid. Very boring game. Very boring game. It did end up in an overtime, which is always good. Touchdown. Miami matched them with a touchdown in the fourth quarter. Marcus Mariota and Tua just kind of battled in a mid-off. It was 171 yards through the air for Tua, 213 for Mariota and an interception. Riley Patterson, and I don't know what his name is. His last name is Gay. Is it Matt Gay? That might be right. Ollie Gordon, he ran in a touchdown. It was pretty boring. Not gonna lie to you. A lot of yards gained in the game, so I guess that's exciting. But Deebo Samuel scored the first ever touchdown in Madrid. Shout out to him. Overall, 16-13 in overtime. Yeah, was okay. Was okay. Shout out to Miami getting the first win there, but it was a very boring game, to be honest with you. Now we're gonna go flip to a game that was not as boring, even though we thought it would be. The Packers went on the road to New York and took on the New York Jets. Jameis Winston came out there. Jameis Winston was back, throwing bombs. 201 yards for him. Jordan Love, 174 with 2 touchdowns, and Emmanuel Wilson also got himself a touchdown. Yeah, for a little while I thought the Giants had a shot to win this game. Unfortunately, that did not end up happening. Devin Singletary had a really big game. 2 touchdowns for him, which I didn't believe that whatsoever. And Jameis Winston, he also ran himself in a touchdown. Jordan Love, Christian Watson got a touchdown. Josh Wiley got a touchdown. What a surprise. Josh Wiley gets a touchdown. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting game, to be honest with you. I was kind of surprised that it was a closer game. It was a closer game than I figured it would be. But, I mean, what can you do? Yeah, I don't know what to expect from that. I thought Jameis Winston would make this game a little bit more competitive than people thought, and he absolutely did, but I did not think the game would be as close. I thought the Packers were just kind of the more in a way the better team, and honestly they are, but they've been playing down to their competition lately, and that just kind of continued the pattern here. Now we're gonna go over to we'll talk about Texas and Titans. We did that in the last video of my Week 11 crash out. So if you want to check that out, I believe that bad boy will be right up there at the end of this video, right up there. Yeah, if you want to check that out, you should check it out. We'd love to have you. We'll go over to the Panthers versus the Falcons. Now this game was also a very fun, exciting game. Bryce Young threw 448 yards, was it? I believe it was. Michael Penix, unfortunately, is injured, and it looks like he may be out for the season on that one. Yes, Bryce Young, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, 130 of those. Ted McMillan with 2 tutties himself. Bijan Robinson absolutely had a phenomenal game, 104 yards on the ground. Drake London, 119 himself. Bryce Young was flinging the ball all over the place. The run game really was not the bread and butter, which is what I kind of expected it to be. Xavier Legette had a really nice touchdown as well. I know Tommy Tremble had like a 54-yarder, and Jalen Coker had 4 receptions for 52 yards. Really, the receivers came to play. They finally came to play, and I think everybody got to finally see what Bryce Young can do. I've been an avid hater myself, so seeing what he could do against the Falcons was really good for him. Really big performance for him. Hopefully, he keeps that confidence going forward. Panthers are a team that's competing right now. I know they're 6-5. We'll talk about Buccaneers later, but they are really competing right alongside them. Now, if the Panthers play a team that is going to be better than the Falcons, will they be able to do that? I'm not sure, especially after what Buffalo did to them. Then they came back, they beat the Packers, and then they got beat by the Saints. I don't know what to think of that team right now. They're very inconsistent, and that's really the issue there. The Bears, they beat the Vikings for their first division lead in a while. They win this game 19-17, which is a game the Bears usually would lose. Caleb Williams, he had 193 yards. Swift had 90 yards. Cole Kmet 45. Kyle Monangai had the rushing touchdown. I know he did. And then I think the rest was just field goals by Cairo Santos. Yeah, I believe that is the case. Yes. Okay. Vikings still got a lot to be desired over there. McCarthy threw for 150 yards, but he also threw only 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. We don't really know what to expect from him anymore. They're 4-6 on the year. Is this season completely gone? No, absolutely not. But I don't know what to think. The Bears are 7-3 right now, leading the division because we will talk about the Lions later on. But shout out to them. Who would have thought that, huh? Who saw that coming? I sure didn't this late in the season, but here we are. The Chargers took on the Jaguars and got absolutely trounced. 6-35. Herbert only threw 81 yards and an interception. Was not a phenomenal game. Trevor Lawrence had a touchdown. Tutton ran in a touchdown. Jacoby Myers had 64 yards in his debut. The only 6 points came from Los Angeles Chargers was Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Tutton ran a touchdown in the first quarter. Etienne ran a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence rushed a touchdown. They threw a pass to Tim Patrick Tutty, and Travis Etienne rushed for 13 yards. So Etienne had a really good game, and that's a really good start for him. Absolutely crazy win for the Jaguars. I didn't see it coming, and I got absolutely told wrong. They dominated them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers headed on the road to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen starts this game off rough, ends up with 317 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 more rushing touchdowns, according 90 yards to Tyrell Shavers, who I did not know who that was, so call me ignorant on that one. Baker Mayfield, 173 yards with a touchdown interception himself. Sean Tucker ran in 2 tutties. This was an absolutely fun game to watch. 32-44. Allen scores a touchdown in the first quarter, putting them up 7-3. Baker responds, touchdown. Allen responds, touchdown. Sean Tucker responds, touchdown. Josh Allen, touchdown. And then McLaughlin hits a field goal, sending us to half, 20-21. Sean Tucker comes back, touchdown. Matt Prater gets a field goal. Okay, we're cooking. Josh Allen, touchdown. Baker Mayfield, passing touchdown, and Josh Allen with 2 touchdowns in a row finished the game off. It was an incredible game. Very fun to watch, which we kind of expected from the 2 teams. Tampa Bay's got to get things going forward for them. I know that their defense and their offense has had a lot of injuries, and that could be really the moral of the story there and the big issue. But they got to get something going forward for now because, yeah, right now things are not looking pretty over there for them. Okay, now we have the Bengals who took on the Steelers this week. Hopefully, you guys don't see that. The Bengals ended up losing this game 12-34. Uh, yeah, Steelers kind of dominated from the word go. Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers went out in this game, which was kind of crazy to me. I did not expect that whatsoever, but that is what happened. And Mason Rudolph came in. He still played really, really well. And yeah, things are going crazy over there. I have a spot on my wall. I did not like that. Now, Joe Flacco, 199 yards, touchdown, interception. Mason Rudolph came in and threw for 127 yards. He played all right. Kenneth Gainwell had the most reception yards with 81, which was kind of crazy to me. Uh, Chase Brown ran for 99 yards. T. Higgins 63 yards. Apparently, Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey got kicked out of the game. It was yeah, that's kind of crazy to be honest with you. That's definitely something that should not be happening at this point. They are both adults, and I don't respect it. The 49ers, they ended up beating the Cardinals 41-22 in Brock Purdy's return. Now, I believe here that Jacoby Brissett had the most completed passes in NFL history, 47, and he threw for 452 yards, and they still lost 41-22. He did have 2 INTs. Brock Purdy 3 touchdowns to the air. Christian McCaffrey 2 touchdowns on the ground. George Kittle caught 2 touchdowns. Thank you for the fantasy points. Yeah, we expected the 49ers to look better, and they did just that. No surprise here. The Seahawks, they ended up playing the Rams. Now, this game was boring at times. It was a defensive battle that we knew it was. Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, which was kind of crazy to be honest with you, but the Seahawks stayed in there and played really good. Matt Stafford was not lighting it up the scoreboard like crazy. Game only comes down to 21-19. I know Puka Nacua had some really big catches. Devontae Adams had a really good catch. They're, uh, yeah, Kyron Williams, a touchdown on the ground himself. I believe it was Devontae Adams had one. Colby Parkinson also had one. Yes, Devontae Adams had one catch in the whole game. So you expect that comes down to like a playoff game that will not happen. That there will get more points, and they probably will. To be honest with you, but for now, I mean, things are looking good for them. Um, yeah. The Chiefs, they took on the Broncos, and they ended up losing to the Broncos, 19-22. Denver wins on a last-second field goal. Bo Nix played a pretty decent game. Patrick Mahomes did not play the greatest of games, but he played okay. Yeah, no complaints here. The Ravens, they took on the Cleveland Browns. The most important part of this is Shedeur Sanders finally made his debut in the NFL. Not a preseason debut, an actual debut. Didn't look the greatest, but he was still trying to move the ball down the field. He tried to make some plays. Unfortunately, just things didn't work out that well. Dylan Gabriel 7 for 10, 68 yards. He went out early on. Quinshot Judkins ran for another 59, and Cedric Tillman for 52 yards. Lamar threw 2 interceptions. Derrick Henry ran for 103 and a touchdown, and Zay Flowers with 78 yards. I kind of liked what I saw from each team in this one. Obviously, the big news is Shedeur did get to make his debut, and that's what a lot of people have been talking about. Which, I mean, shout out to him for people talking about him. That's pretty good. Yeah, overall, really good game, but it was kind of clunky, kind of all over the place. Shout out to the Ravens; they're keeping things moving forward for them, and I gotta be honest with you, I kind of expected that to be the case. Now, the game that I expected to be really exciting did not end up being really exciting. The Lions lose to the Eagles 16-9. Yeah, Lions couldn't get anything going offensively. The Eagles defense being as incredible as it usually is. No surprise here. I think that the Lions play calling was not exactly phenomenal. Dan Campbell's second game, I gave him a big shout out in the first game, but unfortunately it did not play out in the second game. Yeah, the defense was just kind of all over the place. Jared Goff did not play a phenomenal game. It was a tough outing. It was not a good night, and the Lions ended up taking that big loss on that one. Cowboys, they played the Raiders. Quentin Williams made his debut. Demarion Overshone made his debut for the Cowboys. Logan Wilson as well. Meanwhile, Geno Smith was rough. He was rough out there. And we expect that. We expected that from Geno. He did not play great at all. Threw some really bad passes. But we're trying to get things figured out over there for them. Max Crosby played really good. Got a fumble over there. I don't even know why we're saying we're like I matter here in this business, but they do. Yeah, tough loss for the Raiders, but kind of to be expected. Cowboys were the better team overall, and they showed it in that game. And they ended up getting the win. That's a big one. Cowboys are back in the winning circle. Their defense looked a lot better. 5 sacks. Yeah, really, really good performance by the defense on this one. The offense still lit it up all over the board, and George Pickens was a big part of that. Javonte Williams would run the ball at will at times. Really good win for the Cowboys. And that's going to be it for us for now. Hopefully, everything was not too crazy out here. Hopefully, you didn't see too much crazy stuff over here. I'm kind of dancing with my arms and wagging around. But either way, I do appreciate y'all so very much. Made it all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you all next video.